podcast on social media.
All your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the We Book It podcast. Let's start the show.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of the We Book It podcast. This is your Sunday night stunner. I am your host, Virgil, here with the gang. I am super excited to be here, super excited to talk to you guys, the best wrestling crew in the game, about WrestleMania coming up, guys. Also about what seems to be an AEW that is finally finding its way again. I'm so excited for that. As well as a lot of big other things that's happening in wrestling. But before we begin, we have to introduce the squad. So first and foremost, guys, we have the workhorse of the We Book It podcast. That is the host of the Raw Dog Monday night episode. He is that man, Coachman. What's up, Coach?
Hey guys, pleasure being here for you. You know, we had a little bit of a late start time. That's okay though. We're still going to be talking some good wrestling today. My stomach is full of Mexican food, and let's see how long I will last.
What'd you get? What'd you get for your meal?
I got chicken, cheese, and rice. It was so good.
You know, I recently learned the recipe how to make that at home.
Really?
With the rice and everything. Yeah, bro. It's actually pretty freaking fire and pretty freaking easy. So I might shoot that your way. You know, maybe see if I can make you that for dinner one night on date night.
Yes, please.
My man. And of course, guys, we have and then, of course, guys, we have none other than our AEW specialist. He is that man, the one, the only Tank. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, fellas? You know, I was here pretty early. It is crazy. You know, we make some start times and don't even follow through with them. So, you know, it's for the people though. Love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate the hosts that are on time. So,
what are you doing?
And of course, and of course, we have Lemon Pepper Stepperman himself, that man Teddy Long. Hello, Teddy. How are you, sir?
Fuck you.
That's fair. All right, so we are beginning. Well, we are on the road to WrestleMania, good gentlemen, and we have so much to dive into, as I feel like Raw and SmackDown really help form and take shape into what we are doing and what we're going to see as far as WrestleMania. Two big things happen on SmackDown, and I am very curious to get you guys' thoughts on these two things that happen. So very first and foremost, Randy Orton was on a rampage on SmackDown this week. A very apropos sign was caught in the audience behind him that says 09 Randy Orton has hit the chat, because this totally gave me 09 Randy Orton vibe, what we saw on SmackDown this past week. And then, of course, Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre, they might be headed towards a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania if they continue in this route, because it just makes sense, the fact that these two gentlemen, you need something that can contain them. And it looks as if, though, a Hell in a Cell is the only thing that can contain these two gentlemen. Give me you guys' thoughts on the road to WrestleMania, the build for Randy. I mean, we didn't even need Cody on this last episode of SmackDown because Randy pretty much handled everything. And then talk about the constant fighting for 2.5 hours from Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. I'm going to go to you first, Coach.
Well, for Drew and Jacob, I'll just start off. That's just fighting for the love of the game right there. 2.5 hours worth of that. And then the final segment of them both falling off the top of that stanchion. I think that's brilliant. I also loved how they just would cut through people's segments to show how much they were still fighting. I think a Hell in a Cell would be fantastic for that. The one thing I'm not sure about is how much would they want Drew to get damaged before he goes off and films his movie. That I think that's the one concern with that. But with Randy, I said this when he did his heel turn the first time, because you could see like he was listening to the voices, and then of course Jelly Roll comes out and he tries to calm him down, but you can see Randy was like kind of snapping back into it of like, oh shoot, what I just do. So he's kind of building the layers of kind of that personality disorder of he's listening to the voices for this, but then he realizes, oh hey shoot, I shouldn't be doing this, but also whoever he's talking to on the phone is probably helping guide him in that direction as well. So I think it's a really intriguing story that Randy's telling right now, and I'm looking forward to see where it goes.
Hey, coach,
Yeah.
what happens if the voice is who he's talking to on the phone and it's nobody actually on the other end? What happens if it's '09 Randy Orton just on the phone
I would
and he's
love
just
that.
talking to himself and he's just talking to the voices in his head, telling them, remind them who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know who the fuck you are.
I would love
That
that,
right
honestly.
there, that would cook.
What are your
But I
thoughts,
mean,
Tank?
oh,
Wait, Coach, were you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Yes, I'm done.
Okay.
I was just gonna agree. I was just gonna agree with Coach. I think it's great. I think the voices definitely are returning, even though I don't think they like fully left. If you know what I mean. I'm fully anticipating and waiting for the punting everyone. I miss the punts. I miss the kicks. Everything about it. I saw somewhere where, I think we were talking about it. At the other end of the phone could be like a Kevin Owens or something along that line. But I don't know. I'm fully anticipating it being a one hell of a match going into WrestleMania. At WrestleMania, and a huge storyline where it's just going to get us fully invested, more so than it already has. So I'm looking forward to the build as they keep doing what they're doing.
That's fair. All right, go ahead, Teddy Long. Go ahead and give us your thoughts.
now I can finish my thought. But yeah, I told you left and right ear today. I feel like yeah, let it out, let it out. Cause I want to jump on you like how Jacob was whooping Drew's ass all Friday night. That's how I really feel right now. But if we don't get a Hell in a Cell, I honestly feel like we can get a steel cage match. And that'll probably be better and safer than trying to do a cell match with I mean, you could pull a cell match off in Vegas, but I mean, it'd probably be better with the steel cage joint. But that one's just gonna feed families because as soon as Jacob got to, no matter of fact, wasn't it when Jacob got the U.S. title? Drew was like, "I want to fight the baddest in the yard, and I want to fight the toughest champion." And he was talking about Jacob. So this has been fueling for over a year now, just with them two alone. And then we got nostalgia with Cody and Randy that's been going on 20 plus years. So there's a lot of angles to that, but I feel like Randy's gonna punt all of Cody's friends in the head. Um, like because he whooped Matt's ass on Friday night, and then I can only
Broke
imagine
his
who
arm.
else is next. Oh, I ain't see that. I only seen a little bit. I didn't get to see everything, but beat his ass, and then that's how the story ended on that one. But I honestly, um, it goes back to what I said a couple months ago. Just let Triple H cook. Don't I'm not mentioning TKO, but just let Triple H cook, and he listens, and he's not just gonna sell us some bullshit like we thought he was going to give us. But like he's like with what he's done in the past 3 weeks alone on Raw and SmackDown, you got a lot of shit popping off for WrestleMania right now. You got
Are you guys
women
starting to
and
get
men
excited?
storyline. Yes, and I just got to go on record and say this: R-Truth is the only current superstar right now to hold both the new tag team titles since they've been created.
He is also the only one to, well, I think one of the only ones to win a WWE championship in his 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s.
In 50s. Yep. He's he's won a championship in all eras because he was the NWA champion because he never got the TNA championship. He was just the NWA champion before he came to WWE. He's never held the top titles except in TNA. That's the only company he's held the top title in. But shit, remember him and Pac-Man Jones as tag champs?
That shit was wild. What a time to
Hey,
be alive.
but
Wild times, boy. Big C need to bring that one back.
Yeah.
Let's remember how many times he held Pacific Championship.
The 24/7
many
championship like 86 times.
The 24/7 European,
24/7 European
South, and
I-55.
So the question, the next question is to all of you, to the whole panel. Are you guys really starting to feel like it's WrestleMania now? Are you guys starting to get those feelings? I know before it used to really take shape around Royal Rumble, but like I feel like I'm finally starting to like get excited about Mania and really, really get excited for what we're about to see. I mean, I think Cody Rhodes was spot on when he said this may be a sleeper Mania. With how
Bell to
good
bell, it might be
is.
one of the best ones, truth be told. Like from bell to bell, everything except the fucking Bella twins and Becky Lynch will be a great card.
You ain't letting that go, are you?
Never.
He's right,
Ever,
though.
ever. But I'm not lying. The Botch Queens, the Bella Twins, were terrible Friday night, and they've been terrible since Nikki has come back. She has been terrible, and Becky is just annoying because we're tired of the Donald Trump rant.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys most excited for right now? Gauging everything for Mania. What are you most excited for?
For me, I'm excited for Randy and Cody right now. I think that's kind of the top feud going right now. Roman and CM Punk have kind of disappointed me after last week's promo battle, but hopefully that can change my mind because I was really excited for that one to begin with, and then it's gotten soft the last 2 weeks, whereas Randy's kind of
Pause,
yeah. But Randy has definitely picked up the steam with the storyline with Cody and the crowd too. The crowd has made it a conflicting story because even though Randy's the bad guy, they're still cheering for him. And that's what makes it even more intriguing of like, could we get a Rock versus Hogan situation where there's a double turn in the middle of the match because of the crowd's reactions? So that's why I'm more curious with that. I don't think you're going to get that with Punk and Roman.
You'll just get a shift in power with Punk and Roman because
what about you,
everybody?
Tank?
Oh, my bad.
Your segments, your part's coming up next. Go ahead, Tank. What are you most
No,
excited for?
I was just gonna add on to what Coach was talking about with Roman and CM Punk. I was looking forward past Monday to like an explosive promo between the both of them. Can you guys? Am I cutting out? By the way,
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
My bad.
Some
my
headphones,
bad.
Ain't it?
Dude, these things they used to be great. I think I need to get new ones. But man, I read somewhere where they're going to bring up, like Roman was going to bring up the dog Larry.
Yep.
And that's when CM Punk was going to supposedly punch him and everything. But man, he freaks out when Roman calls him old. Like, you know what I mean? That's the
Think about it.
That's the time though that he punches Roman. I mean, and it's also, as much as I like Roman the wrestler, he's gotten a lot better with his promos. I still feel like he's missing like true promo, like like John Cena. John Cena could deliver on promos, matches, everything you needed him to do. Roman's still kind of missing. Without Paul there, he just stumbles a bit, you know. He kind of reiterates everything he's going to say. It's just, I don't know. Like, that was the promo battle between those two on Monday was just kind of disappointing, if I'm going to be honest. It was pretty disappointing in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping they do pick it up going into WrestleMania, but we'll see.
Teddy, what are your thoughts on what you are most excited about heading into Mania?
Finally. I would say, I feel like I feel like they're trying to protect the kayfabe with Roman and Punk because Punk is the one wrestler who has legit outside the ring beef with real people that are in the locker room that people haven't fully forgave him for or fully accepted it, or like they're like, yeah, he cool, he can work here or whatever, but it's still fuck him. And I feel like that's what's going on right now because out of the past, after Cena whooped Roman's ass on that mic that one time, Roman ain't fucked up on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
And this past week, like I could tell things changed when he did that little cut segment with the Usos talking about I'm a full-time, I want to be there present for my kids and my wife because how many times did we not have our parents around? And which makes sense, which is the angle he was going at as the fact that CM Punk don't have no family. But it's like I felt like they were protecting real feelings and emotions because CM Punk could have easily wild out. And like, even though that comment y'all could say was lackluster, he said you mad that you just as old as the people going into the Hall of Fame. Because let's be for real, Stephanie, AJ, Dennis Rodman, and Demolition. CM Punk is almost the average age of all of them that's going into the Hall of Fame. So I get the selling point of, oh, you want to call me old, you want to say I don't got gas to do this, or you want to say I can't do this, I can't do that. I'll show you. But let's be real, Roman got more endurance and stamina and will really run circles around CM Punk in that ring. I just hope that they don't squash it and let CM Punk retain. That's my
Yeah.
only thing. To save it for
No.
Seth Rollins or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather Roman have the title and we get Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam for WrestleMania rematch of the triple threat match without Heyman being involved.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would rather see because I don't want to see Seth back with the title right now. And truthfully, Roman ain't gonna do nothing but elevate that title even more than what it already is. So it has potential. Let's say that much. The World Championship angle has potential. It's just a waiting point of when are they gonna pull the trigger to make it really legitimate.
If you ask me, that whole crew needs to move over to SmackDown to fight for the WWE Championship. You need to move Roman. You need to obviously he'll be World Heavyweight Champion right now, but you need to move Roman. You need to move Seth. You need to move all those guys over to SmackDown, and you really need to make that World Heavyweight Championship for guys like Trick Williams, Carmelo Anthony.
Come on,
Wow,
Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes.
Wow.
For
Carmelo ain't never won no chip.
right for none at all for
Except
Carmelo
college.
Hayes.
Except college.
Hey, you got
For
Syracuse?
well,
I said college. I said college. I
Oh,
corrected
okay, I
you.
didn't hear you.
I put some respect on Melo name.
and the gold medals. You got to give him credit for his gold medals.
The gold medals is undeniable, though. That's just him being him. The greatness.
But Braun Breaker, when Braun Breaker inevitably wins the Money in the Bank briefcase or the King of the Ring, one or the other, and wins the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam, you need to
That's
move
the
the
title.
older guys. You need to move
To
the
the one
older guys
side.
over to SmackDown and like have them
Mhm.
fighting over there. And like I said, and then let the part-timers be over there and everything like that, and really curate on Raw your young guys, Oba Femi, Braun Breaker. Like I said, you got so much talent, so much depth over there of the young guys that can come and consistently week in and week out put on a great show. Just make it NXT light. Honestly, especially if you're calling up Shawn Michaels to be a part of the creative team on the main roster now. He's going to replace Road Dogg as reports come out. So if that's what's going to happen, he knows how to book these guys and make them feel like huge stars. I mean, really, Javon Evans and Trick Williams are the two biggest stars to come out of NXT in the past year as of right
You're
now.
a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. You're a liar. Hold on. I cannot let you say that. Oba isn't bigger than them two combined?
Not yet.
Stop playing with me. What?
I don't think so. Not
Brock
yet.
just gave him that.
Not
What
yet.
are you talking about? He just gave him the
Not
Drew rub.
yet.
He is 6.
Not yet. Give it to Mania. Give it to Mania.
I wish you two were face to face right now.
No, because if he was face to face, we'll be throwing hands. He been messing with me all damn day, and I ain't got time for this shit.
We'll put the title on the line, and it'll be your ass, Mr. Postman.
Oh my gosh!
That's all I
would walk out of your crib with all your belts, all of them, all of them.
I'll come in your crib. I'll walk in your trap, take your trap, and take your Chicago Cubs memorabilia just because I can.
Not my Cubs memorabilia. Oh, now and that's going too far.
Fighting words right there.
What's up? What you want to do?
That's going too far. That's going too far.
You'll be okay.
We can.
You'll be okay.
We can settle this as gentlemen, or we can get nitty gritty. Get to nitty gritty.
I'm not a gentleman. What's up? It's WrestleMania season. I ain't a gentleman.
All right.
I'm bald and I feel like Randy. What you want to do? I got a good punt. I got a good kick right about now. What you want to
do? We're too old to be doing that, though.
Hell yeah.
Hold on, wait. Y'all are too old, and I'm older than all of y'all. So what I got to say?
Like that?
Because I can do it. I can.
It's a mindset, Tank. It's a mindset.
It's all right.
I sneeze and I throw my back out.
We believe it. We
believe in Teddy.
Anyways, moving on. We're all excited for Mania. We got the feeling. We have to talk about it. We got to talk about Oba Femi, and just what it meant this past week. I think that's really what kicked off this feeling that we all are having now, where we're all getting excited about Mania. Literally, what Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar did on Monday night. I mean, it just set off like a whole feeling within all of us. Like, okay, now this feels like Mania. Now we know what we're getting out of WrestleMania, and WWE ain't done cooking yet. We'll talk about that in the next topic. But first, we got to do a who to watch for in wrestling featuring Coach.
Who? All right. So here's who to watch for this week in wrestling. Starting down in NXT in the women's division, I got to give props to Tatum Paxley for defending her Women's North American Championship and beating Izzy Dame. However, it was Blake Monroe that stole the show by popping out underneath the stage and grabbing Tatum Paxley and dragging her underneath, making it a sign that Blake Monroe wants her North American Championship back. And the push that she has been getting so far has been really solid. And I think they're going to get that title back onto her. It sucks that Tatum has to kind of be a transition champion, but Blake's got to be the one to carry that. We didn't really get a true run with her as the Women's North American Championship after that botch with Thea Hale. So they're just going to run it back, and they're going to try it again with Blake Monroe, it looks like. As for in the men's side, this was a tough one because you got some guys in AEW that were sticking out. You got a lot of returns coming in. I had mentioned Kyle Fletcher last week on our Who to Watch For. He's still getting a really good push in AEW, but I'm going to stick with WWE and actually going down to the likes of AAA because they put on a heck of a PLE last night. I know Teddy Long was watching that, and I was watching it as well on the bus ride home from my games in Columbia, Missouri. And I'll tell you what, Psycho Clown, I'm sensing a heel turn coming from him. Him and his partner got into a little bit of a fight there during their tag match. I think Psycho Clown's going to turn heel, and I don't know how the crowd's going to react because he is a beloved babyface down there. And I think the crowd might not like it, but you got to trust The Undertaker on this because he is doing a fantastic job booking AAA. I think they're going to pull off a heel turn really nicely. And that's who to watch for this week in wrestling.
All right. Thank you so much, Coachman, for that episode of Who to Watch For in Wrestling. So as we were talking about, guys, we want to make sure that we bring up what Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar did on Monday night. And I'm throwing it, well, I was going to throw it right back over to Coach. But Tank, how did that make you feel with Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar?
I don't want to like overstate it. It made me feel like when I was younger, watching faces that we loved growing up coming out and that excitement we got. You know what I mean? Like, hey, do you guys remember when Stone Cold came out and saved? Was it Kane? He came out he saved Kane and a bunch of the other guys, and he returned from injury, and everybody was going wild. When he came out, like I sort of got like that sort of excitement again, you know, watching Oba come out, do that, and then you look online later, pictures of that, and you see like tears coming down from him, like you know what I mean, like you see the passion, you see Seth looking up at the ring and looking at him like that proud father, almost like that proud like mentor looking at him, smiling. And even Brock, you have Brock even reacting in Brock way, just almost like a relief. Finally that it factor, but we have that young guy in WWE, him, Braun Breaker, Carmelo, Trick Williams. We now have the next generation sealed, and it's going to be so like we have that excitement again. I don't know, like I don't want to speak for you guys, but I have that excitement knowing that WWE is in good hands moving forward as well. And Oba's going to put on one hell of a match with Brock Lesnar. I hope it's not just a finisher only match, but I'm looking forward to it, and it really did. It made me so excited. It made me really excited.
What about you, Tank? I'm sorry. What about you, Coach?
Yeah, I think it's important to know that, and people have gone on record saying this, when Brock Lesnar chooses his opponents, like especially if he's going to put them over, he makes sure that they have like it, or that the crowd's responding appropriately to it. And that's why it's very seldom that you see Brock lose. The last time we really saw it was with Cody, and they went into their trifecta matches that ended with Brock giving Cody respect for finally taming the beast. But you can see that Brock sees what everyone else sees in Oba. And that's why I think he is saying, like, that's why with the reports coming out that he won't want to lose his match, and maybe that's the case, but when you pick he knows that he's going to be retiring soon. You look at the times that Brock went away after he lost to somebody. The guys were Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes. Like, those are three guys that he could tell what the crowd was wanting, and he put them over for a reason.
Yep.
And now he is seeing that with Oba. And then building off what Tank said with the next generation, I see it too. I'm excited for these young guys coming up. I love Oba, what he's doing. Javon just being his normal self. He doesn't have a character. He's just Javon, and I love that. I don't want him to have any other gimmick. Just be yourself, kid, because you are doing great. You're basically, your character is, you're living a wrestling fan's dream that you became a WWE superstar, and you're kind of in awe of everything. And who wouldn't be at that case?
He's relatable.
Yeah, exactly. And then also Trick Williams over on SmackDown. My gosh, I love when he cooks Sami Zayn. Oh my gosh, it is the highlight of SmackDown for me. It is
WrestleMania match.
Yes, I agree with that. And Trick better win. I'm not going. I'm not going to be happy if Trick doesn't win that. But yeah, the next generation is set for your kind of main pillars that you want to build around. I think they're still missing one or two guys that could really solidify it, and it could be Braun Breaker because he's been hurt right now that they're missing, or it could be somebody else that we just haven't seen yet. But those three guys being
MJF. Sorry.
But those three guys right now are being the transitions into the next generation of superstars, and it's three guys who rightfully so are deserving of that honor.
What about you, Teddy Long? What did you think of Oba and Brock and just the whole moment, the passing of the torch last week?
So two things. Like I missed some of the stuff because I was transitioning phones and stuff like that. But what I heard with the Cody, Drew, and all that stuff, like I will say this much: this is the first time Brock has put over a black athlete. Everybody else he's squashed, whether it been Kofi, whether it been Bobby Lashley, because truthfully, Bobby Lashley and Brock could have really cooked more than what they did because they both have MMA backgrounds. You could have had all type of matches where like you really let them bang and do what they do, but Vince never wanted to pull the trigger on that because Vince always wanted to stunt the growth of black athletes, whether they were criminals or something else. So to see, Trick Williams stepping into a light like The Rock, seeing Javon Evans in his like Kofi and R-Truth bag is a good thing, and seeing what Brock did for Oba was massive. And that right there was like really bringing it back of like, oh, we really about to have a WrestleMania, almost like how when you had Sting versus Triple H, in that essence of because it's like, do we have Seth supporting Oba, or was it, or are we gonna get more out of that? There's a lot of different things to unpack in that, but to see Oba come out, take that challenge and dominate the way he did in 60 seconds, and Brock being like, hey, do this, do that as best he can without breaking kayfabe was phenomenal. Just how he told Drew to pick the belt up and hold it and point and do all that stuff. Like, because at first I thought Brock was pissed the way he threw Oba's foot off of him and rolled out the ring. But then, like, after seeing him sit there in the aisleway just looking up, I was like, oh, yeah, we got something right here. Yeah. Because when that music hit, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm curious to see what happens when Oba decides to run down to the ring versus walk to the ring. But or if he decides to walk with some purpose versus the brother man from the Fifth Floor bop. The little bop. But other than that, it's gearing up for it. Hey, it was crazy, but honestly, this is about to cook, bro. Like, this is about to be something crazy.
For sure. I share the same sentiment as the rest of the panel. Literally just such a cool moment in WWE history. And it feels like the fans, like Triple H finally gave the fans something that they wanted, something that they have been clamoring for or asking for. Because I feel like a lot of the stuff is like, no, we have these plans and we're going to stick to these plans. But with this one feels like we're going to leave this up to a decision with the fans and who they say, like I said. And thank God nobody was like, oh, no, we're clamoring to see Brock versus Gunther, even though like 2 years ago, we all wanted to see that match. But like Gunther has go away heat right now. But Oba is something fresh, something new. And then like having Brock put him over, man, I think is going to work so much wonders. for them, and I hope Brock is giving in the match, man. I hope he's giving to Oba in the match too. I think he will be. It won't just be a Brock squash. It'll be like really like Oba showing, like even if Oba loses, if he shows that he can hang with Brock, they can do it again. And maybe Oba's the one in a year or so to retire Brock, or whenever Brock's ready to retire. I mean, maybe he'd like to go out to somebody like Oba. Again, I'm grateful for being able to watch that moment. That was one of the moments like that made you really appreciate wrestling. It's like I said, it's a love story, man. Few moments give you goosebumps like that. Obviously, like I said, John Cena's return at Money in the Bank was a moment like that for me. Literally watching Edge come out, Brood Edge come out at WrestleMania to go up against Finn Balor at the Hell in a Cell. That was another great moment for me with the goosebumps. That Lyon France crowd that sang for AJ, that moment, I think that's unmatched for me, and this Oba Femi moment is another one that's just right up there with it.
Anytime The Rock comes out too, right?
Yeah. Like I said, when that film hits,
Yes and no, because after the Travis Scott debacle, The Rock coming out ain't the greatest thing no more.
I agree.
Had he not introduced Travis Scott, yeah,
that's true. That is very true, man. Like I said, I'm just grateful for them still giving me something to love in wrestling, because like I said, it's tough sometimes, man. Like I said, especially during like those latter months after Survivor Series, like shit gets rough for a while with WrestleMania, but until WrestleMania season hits. But like I said, we're in a point now where we're about to hit the apex of our business that we love, and I'm getting excited, man. I'm getting excited again for it. But on that note, guys, we're about to hit Big Daddy C's throwback moment of the week.
But he's not here.
No, Big Daddy C is not here, and I am doing your throwback moment of the week. So what's the throwback moment of the week? What's a great throwback moment for me? I am a huge fan of 90s WWF wrestling. And with that, I tend to enjoy a lot of 90s stuff. However, I am also a huge fan of WrestleMania 21 build-up for The Undertaker versus Randy Orton. Guys, go out of your way to watch that whole build-up. You can just go to YouTube and go to the story of The Undertaker versus Randy Orton, WrestleMania 21, and you can literally watch all the clips that led up to that. This feud lasted a full year, a full calendar year. They went at it against each other. Now, obviously, there's moments in between. There's matches with other people in between, specifically Randy. But him and Undertaker from Randy Orton after it was decided that he was not going to be the one to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship against Triple H, that was going to go to Batista. Triple H beats him essentially at the Royal Rumble. That ends their feud. Triple H is getting ready to begin his build with Batista. Randy Orton is seen in the back talking about making an impact. He's talking to the legends of the game, and he's talking about making an impact. And this, guys, is where the Legend Killer really, really takes that next step. Randy Orton becomes the most devilish heel possible based off of these moments and the things that he's about to do and the way he's about to become what he's about to become. So in this, we see Randy Orton not only slap the Undertaker in the face and then run out of the ring, the build up just to WrestleMania portion. He slaps the Undertaker, runs out of the ring. He has a moment with Kane. He ends up RKO and Stacy Keibler, who's his on-screen girlfriend at the time. Just so many great moments. Randy Orton really carried this feud for the most part, which you had your Undertaker intersections and moments. But for the most part, Randy Orton carried this feud, basically trying to prove that he was not scared of the Undertaker. And this guides us all the way into WrestleMania Mania, where these two do an interpromotional match, Raw versus SmackDown at WrestleMania 21 in Los Angeles, California at the Staples Center. The match itself, Undertaker comes out and he's floating, literally levitating. It's really an escalator he's riding down the ring ramp, but he floats to the ring. And Michael Cole and Taz is like, what the hell? The Undertaker is levitating to the ring. I love the way they used to try to sell us on that because my dumb ass really believed he was levitating to the ring. And then, of course, there is, Randy Orton's entrance. There is the appearance of Cowboy Bob Orton also. Like I said, Randy Orton multiple times in that match looked like he was going to be the one to beat the streak for the Undertaker because they hyped it up really, really big, especially when he hit that RKO on the Undertaker. Also, pay attention to the way the Undertaker took the RKO. The Undertaker never took the RKO and fell flat on his stomach. The Undertaker always took the RKO and fell on his side. And I'm curious as to why he did, as to why he did that, but we'll see. Anyways, but the match itself, go out of your way to watch the match, y'all, at WrestleMania 21. Especially with everything that's going on with Randy Orton. He definitely deserves to be celebrated because dude is just a beast. He's been a beast for so long. And this is your throwback moment of the week.
And don't forget that Survivor Series type match that Randy Orton won to when The Undertaker came back from the flaming casket.
Yes. I mean, literally, like that moment for me is another chills moment. If we're talking chills, that moment for me was absolutely chill worthy moment. So yeah, guys, AEW. I want to flip gear, switch over to AEW. I want to give them props first and foremost because they have been kicking ass as of late. Everything that all the momentum they built up from their last from their last pay-per-view up until now, obviously with Ronda Rousey, which some people believe there's rumors going around Ronda Rousey isn't signed to AEW per se. But even just having her show up and point to Toni Storm, I think was a huge moment. Again, like I said, the return of Christian and Edge and them signifying they want to go after the tag team championships. And then, of course, everything else that's going on with the world title over there. And trying to see if Swerve Strickland will become an executive EVP when he goes up against Kenny Omega. For his spot with that. I love that. AEW to me has become once again watchable. They, like I said, the big main guys are back. And again, it's almost becoming can't miss. Even though they will be without Toni Storm for potentially the rest of the year, which is unfortunate because obviously she's the biggest woman star that they have. So if you did have anything set up with Ronda Rousey, you definitely wanted to try to get them two in the ring together. But there's other people for Ronda Rousey to work with in AEW. But Tank, I'm swinging this straight over to you. What are your thoughts? AEW momentum. Like I said, they're heading to all out London. Will Ospreay is on the board, is on the cover for that one. Just what's your excitement level for AEW have they reintroduced you as a consumer, and are you back on board with what they're doing?
I mean, anytime MJF is champion, it's a good time. But overall, I mean, you said it best. You know, it is definitely watchable again. Becoming must see, and that's all you need. You need a competition in terms of wrestling as a whole. When AEW does well, WWE is doing well. You have all these companies that are now competing just to be better, and that competition will just be better for us wrestling fans. And I think overall, Will Ospreay coming back, Swerve is just killing it right now. Obviously, you have these people becoming champions like Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, beating Ricochet, which that's another story of itself. But You know, you have all these people really truly growing in the roles that they're supposed to be,
Yeah.
and nice and refreshing. Competition is great, growing. Um, Whether or not Ronda Rousey is signed, I'm gonna be honest. That's not something I'm. It cool if Ronda Rousey signs. If she doesn't, it is what it is. But overall, the state of wrestling right now, like I'm talking literally right now in the past few weeks, it's been exciting, and I'm looking forward to see what they have in store for us in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Teddy Long, you look disingenuous with your thoughts on AEW. You probably been the biggest, AEW, yeah, I wouldn't say contrarian, but you've had your opinions on AEW. Do you believe with all of these additions and returns and everything like that that they are now once again watchable? Oh snap! Sorry, I muted you on accident.
Yeah, because you's a hoe and I ain't. But I ain't. If I miss it, I ain't too upset about it. Because let's be real, nobody gave a fuck about Ronda Rousey in WWE, and we damn sure don't give a fuck about her ass in AEW. Like, let's just be for real. Nobody cares about crying Ronda and her bitching and moaning and everything else she got going on. Like, nobody gives a fuck about that. It's my thing with AEW is that probably because I'm biased to storylines, it takes away from everything else they do. Because their storylines suck. Just be honest with you, they don't really intrigue me. I guess. I mean, maybe when AEW was first getting off the ground, and you still had a lot of that cachet going on with it, it was fun to watch. But at the same time, it felt like it was extreme backyard wrestling held in a venue. And for me, I'm like, I like the longevity of talent versus how death defying you could be for one night and then I don't see you for 3-4 months because you did too much. Um, but as far as what Swerve doing, I like that angle. And then with everybody else coming back, it's like they're kind of getting in that WWE space of a lot of talent and not a lot of time to be able to put them out there like you want to. Because let's be for real, who's trying to watch Collision and Rampage, or they don't have Rampage no more? Who's trying to watch Collision and do all these other things? And then just for instance, like don't get me wrong, they do have great PLEs, but why every match gotta be 15 minutes long? 15-20 minutes like every match. You first and foremost, you try to pull off a 10-12 card match thing, and every match gets 10 to 15 minutes. It's entirely too long. Like, just off the strength of just sitting down and just watching wrestling for that long. That's like WWE when they had WrestleMania on one night and it was 6 hours long. Hated it. Fucking hated it. I'm like, damn, this shit been on. I've been watching this since 4 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock now. But that's just how I am with AEW, man. Because the PLEs be great, they just be long, and then the TV shows be mid because you only got 2 hours.
Yeah,
they ain't hit that 3 hour clock yet. So,
what's your thoughts?
Okay. Sorry to just real quick. I do have to say one thing I forgot to mention, and sort of what Teddy was saying. I do think and I do worry about the future of a lot of the young stars at AEW. I think it's definitely worth noting. Everybody loves the occasional, when they jump off the Hell in the Cell in WWE, for instance. Everybody loves that. Everybody loves what Javon is doing. But it's one of those things too, like especially the younger talent, be careful because this isn't going to be forever. And you want to make sure like that spot with MJF and Adam Page with the syringe in the mouth, the glass, like all of that stuff. Like, great and all here and there, but Page, man, he participates in those death matches like it's okay, like, oh yeah, I can do that every night. It's like, be careful, pace yourself. You know what I mean? So I do have to say, like, fear of injury is definitely something that worries me with AEW.
Go ahead, Coachman.
Yeah, Tank kind of said it better during his talk. He said that everyone's kind of growing into their roles, and I think that was kind of the issue with AEW the past couple months, was that yes, you had guys who were injured, obviously your main event guys, and you're trying to elevate some of the others to that main event scene, but they're just not ready for it yet. And I think they're putting their egos at the door, whereas beforehand, I would say probably a couple of years ago, those egos would be pushing to stay in the main event scene and really water down the product. Now I think they're starting to realize, hey, I'm not at the MJF level yet, or I'm not at the Will Ospreay or Kenny Omega level yet. So I need to make sure that what I'm doing at my current position is good, and then I can move up. I think Swerve is a great example of that. Somebody who came over, wasn't an immediate main event guy. He worked his way up, and now you can't have the main event scene without him, because that's how polarizing he is. So I think that's a good sign for the company's future, is that people, it's all about buying into your role and making sure you're not overstepping your bounds, but also thriving in that role, because people see that. And then once the crowd starts seeing that, then they're going to start wanting you to get a push for that main event scene. And you haven't really seen that with anybody in AEW for a while. And it's because of the lack of guys who are ready for the main event scene. So hopefully this is a good sign for them going forward, that they can build more primetime players.
Ooh, beep 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 beep. Do 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 do. Make a move, making moves, making $1 million moves.
Hey,
Let's go. Hey, he said primetime players.
Hey, my boy, like Kobe in a he can't be stopped.
Oh man, he was never seen again, boy.
The bad thing is, I remember watching Raw live that night when he said it, and the next week I was like, "Where happened to Fam?"
Yeah, I mean, they literally used to let him go out there with a live mic on around his. He used to come up with the earpiece, John, and he used to just go for it, bro. They just let that man talk and commentate during the matches. But
and rest in peace, Kobe. But damn, Kobe. I mean, if it was a comedian, it would have been okay. But because it was on WWE, you got mad. Okay.
Yep. Well, it's about that time, guys. I don't know if you guys hear it or not, but there's thunder everywhere. Like I said, it's a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. So with all that being said, it is time to find out who is going 1-on-1 with the Undertaker this week.
Thank you, Virgil. This week, I feel like I need to create like a WWE Hall of Fame class for repeat offenders, because I got a feeling like certain individuals are going to make their way again and again and again. And we're gonna start off because my graveyard is bisexual, which means anybody can get it. And with that being said, the first inductees into the graveyard tonight, again for like the third or fourth time, is the Bella Twins. The only issue I have with Triple H in this season is the fact that some Hall of Famers just need to stay the fuck home. And we've been saying The same thing about no sell Brie, well, not Brie, no sell Nikki, since her ass been fucking up a devil's kiss since God knows when. Okay, I'm tired of the botches. I wish they would have got in the ring and trained or did something before they made a return, because I don't know. I don't know what it is. And you know what? And I'm gonna have to throw Nia Jackson there just because for some odd reason she always ends up with the botchiest people in the ring. I don't know if it's because they just feel like she just does well with the botches and they look terrible on TV, or what the fuck it is. But Nia Jackson's been involved in a lot of botches, and I don't understand why they keep setting her up for failure. But I'm just tired of the Bella twins at this point, because Brie, baby, if you was gonna come back, at least bring Daniel with you. We didn't give a fuck that you was gone. We knew you was gone for a reason. We was okay with that. And we will be okay when you leave, unless you bring your husband back. Don't come back without your husband. That's what this is right now. Leave your sister at home and bring your husband back. Yes. That's what we need. Okay. We are tired of the botches. Y'all can't even, y'all botched y'all entrance. Okay. How the fuck you forget your entrance? How the fuck you forget your flip over into the ring, your little backslide on the how Sway? How do you forget what the fuck made y'all famous outside of Twin Magic, boob jobs, and dating John Cena? We will never fucking know. But outside of that, Virgil.
Oh God.
You always want to come at me like I be in the wrong. But you was the one playing Power Rangers and Broken Skull while we sitting here trying to get on pod tonight. And as much as I love Power Rangers and they cool and I love them, but I'm just trying to figure out why you had us on hold like this was us on the phone call with a hotel chain trying to get my money back off of a late fee or some shit, because you just had us sitting there in elevator music, Power Ranger music and shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Golly. Had me sitting waiting. Like I was waiting on Miss Daisy or something, but it's okay. I ain't gonna go too much in on you tonight because the Bella Twins and Nia Jackson deserve the most. So my bisexual red graveyard tonight is holding bodies, god damn it. Okay. And that is who's going one-on-one with the Undertaker this week. And it's funny that my belt just stopped spinning when I did that. Boom.
All right. Well, I will take my spot and go on one-on-one with the Undertaker. Unfortunately, because it is my fault. I was folding clothes upstairs. Did not realize that I left my phone on YouTube, and that power algorithm and it started playing. Hey, I did not realize y'all could hear that. I'm like, oh bro, shit. And I'm like, bro.
Here. I'm texting the group chat.
I read it.
Like, Tank and Coach just sitting here like, Jerry, we can't. First, it's Jairus. Coach end up in the graveyard. That's just
my bad.
We good. We good. That's on me. But we were sitting there like, and they sitting there messing with me because I can't get in. I'm outside the club and I can't even get in the club and shit. And you sitting there just playing around with our emotions and shit. Next, I was waiting to hear Zordon or somebody else come in the damn chat.
We were kind of knocking on the window, like while he was outside. We were like,
is anybody gonna let him in? My apologies. My apologies.
Hey, we see you and we hear you. We want you in. We want you in. Don't you worry.
That's exactly what he said too. He's like, we hear you, we see you. We just don't have access. I'm over here like the little Asian girl off Rush Hour. Push the button. Push the goddamn button. And I hope you choke on your water too.
All right. Our last topic of the night, I'm going to let the panel choose. We can talk about two things. We can talk about the potential return of Braun Breaker, who could come back by WrestleMania. to face Seth Rollins, or we can talk about Jade Cargill's new group that she that she has apparently formed within 2 weeks.
Baddies.
I'm good at talking about Jade.
Jade and the long back girl.
All right, let's go. So, on Friday Night SmackDown this past week, it was official. Jade came out, and I ain't gonna lie, her promos against Rhea Ripley, this has all been cringe. Like, Bianca, where you at, girl? Like, come on, man. Like, and also prayers up to Bianca, because there's reports out there that she might end up having to get her finger amputated. And if that is the case, I feel really bad for her. But yeah, like this is a pivot that I don't think needed to happen. We're putting Rhea in that match with Jade. I don't like this. This isn't going well. This is not working for me, brother. Especially when you got Charlotte Flair there and there's all that heat. But I think they would have figured out that Charlotte probably would have ate that woman alive, and that's probably why they didn't do it. But I don't know.
Can you bring my gong back real quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead. One more time. Go ahead.
We love you, Rhea Ripley, but stop fucking begging to be in the fucking spotlight in these damn championship matches. We love your fine Australian ass. We do. But it's getting egregious how you always end up in these spots that you ain't supposed to be in. What Bianca said, you don't even go here, girl.
Yeah. Huh? Definitely thought she was going to be in the tag team match at Mania.
Man.
Definitely thought she was going to be in a tag team match at Mania. Also, Tank, I don't know if you realize this or not, bro, but you've been froze for the past 5 minutes looking so disgusted at the 2 topic choices.
Facts. Well, he looked like he was about to drop a large, but
wait. You guys can't see me?
No, John Cena.
We cannot.
No, John Cena, we can't see you.
I've been looking at myself moving around and stuff.
Well, you're frozen on my screen.
Mine too, bro.
Same
but
here.
Back to this. Anyways, B-Fab and Michin joined Jade Cargill this week and revealed that they are now a trio together, which I don't hate it. And like I said on the SmackDown Lowdown, the only thing that I would have done different is I would have had them help her retain the championship at Mania and then revealed that they're a team and working together. But this just revealing like right now, this is senseless unless they're saving like Bianca coming back at Mania and helping her. Yeah, right. Or both. Yeah, like I said, or both. Blink 2 times, Tank, so we know you're there.
Oh, he moved.
Okay, he moved now. All right, cool. We're good. But yeah, I just think this happened too quickly. And they needed to let this breathe a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna go to Teddy Long to see what's shaking his head. Go ahead and go first.
So we got less than 40 days, right? And in less than 40 days, you got Stephanie Valkyria and Liv Morgan. You got the tag team titles, which are about to be in a triple threat match for some odd reason, or a fatal 4-way. You got both the titles for the men's titles already got a match. You got even though they haven't mentioned it yet, you're going to have an Intercontinental match, AJ Lee match. I feel like you're going to have Penta facing somebody at Mania. I got a feeling you're going to have Melo facing somebody at Mania. And I got a feeling you're going to have both the tag team titles on display at Mania. Should be.
Hell no. No, you're not. No, you are not.
You all titles? You are. Or no? No. You might get WWE. Well, okay, here's the problem. Here's the real issue. There is nobody to fucking fight on Raw for the world tag team titles, and they've wrapped the Usos up with this whole Roman Reigns thing now. Like, I don't think they don't even carry the titles. I don't think they're going to be too wrapped into it where they can't defend their titles. But if they don't defend them at Mania, I don't know. Anything can happen. It's either going to happen at Mania or after Mania. I'm just throwing out why they had to pull the trigger and make sure that the baddies segment happened because, truth be told, if you didn't do it now, when were you going to do it? I mean, I can understand after Mania,
At
but
Mania. Do it
or
at
at
Mania.
Mania, I get that, but Jade needed some extra traction with this because it's Rhea Ripley on the mic with her. She needed something else. And they had to pull this trigger because if it wasn't Rhea Ripley and if it was Jordan Grace or somebody like that, you wouldn't have had to bring them out so quick. You could have let it develop a little bit more.
Rhea Ripley surely is going to recruit Jordan Grace to help her out. Damn, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
But you got that. And truth be told, I would have rather, to be honest with you, I would have rather this Mania be Charlotte versus Jade. Only because they've been building Charlotte and Jade since Jade stepped foot in WWE. And truth be told, we don't know how many days we know Charlotte got the contracts. It's just the thing of her injuries is what's they're going to keep her around or not. And you need to get that match ASAP, like at least 2 or 3 times over immediately before anything else happens. Because when Bianca come back, everything finna cook and she's finna have everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Ain't nothing Triple H gonna say no to when she come back. So they got to do something ASAP because if not, you won't even have a chance to build the momentum because now the question is because now it leading up into Mania, now you got Rhea versus B-Fab. Now you got Rhea versus Michin. And then you can add other elements of people wanting to help out Rhea with EO or Jordan Grace. Because you can have EO and Jordan Grace team up with her just to have her back, just to get into that and stuff like that. And you can have a couple weeks on SmackDown where you got a tag team match or a triple threat match, or not even triple threat match, but a 6-man tag match. Like you got different angles and options of what you could do. It's just that for her storyline, us wanted more for it just because of who Jade is. But at the same time, we also got to take into consideration like what they were trying to build up and everything else they have going on around it. So,
what's your thoughts on this, Coachman?
Well, I agree with you guys that bringing it in is going to help Jade out with this feud against Rhea because these promos have sucked. So let's just get some physicality going because that's the only thing that's going to sell me with this match. And if you have to bring in 4 other women, 2 on each side to build it, that's fine with me. My one thing that I was kind of confused with, and I sent it in our group chat, was like B-Fab made sense to me why she joined because her and Jade have had interactions before, and you could kind of see that one building. Michin, though, was a confusing one. However, she did clarify why she did that, and then she even referred to Gallows and Anderson and AJ Styles, what the Judgment Day did to them, specifically Rhea Ripley. So now it makes more sense that that's why she joined. I was not sold on that. I was like, why would you have to bring her in? Like just B-Fab would have been perfect. I would have bought into that. I was not buying into it Friday night, but then yesterday when the Twitter post came out on why she did it, she explained herself. Now it makes sense. And as long as you have solid storytelling with it, I'm always going to be a fan of that. Jordan Grace is an intriguing one for Rhea Ripley. I think Jordan Grace is dealing with an injury right now, but could be hopefully on the mend pretty quickly for Mania. But of course, you're going to bring EO into it. But then again, she's dealing with Stephanie and Liv and Raquel over there apparently now because we don't have a storyline for her, but we got to include her in Mania apparently.
Yeah. That's because Rhea's included in Mania,
right?
For being real here.
What's your thoughts, Tank, on everything?
For this one, I'm gonna let the storyline play out.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I'm not really that like involved with it. Does that make sense? Like I'm hoping it picks up. I agree with Teddy on this one. I really think had they gone with Charlotte and then let the whole Rhea build throughout the next year
Mm-hmm.
versus Jade. I think that would be a lot different. But I don't know, man. I'm holding out hope that writers on SmackDown will have something for us that we can like that will then fully be like, okay, now I'm invested in this now. Like, let's go. I'm hoping I'm like because we already know the match itself. The match itself's going to be a good one.
Right.
And Rhea are they're gonna do great.
Hopefully, might be some botches in there.
Hopefully, hopefully they will be. But right now, the build for it's rough.
Yeah, it has been rough for sure. And then they relegated my girl Tiffany down to the Women's United States Championship with no explanation other than
It's because of Road Dogg hoe ass. Let's just be real. Until Road Dogg got up out of there,
I'm coming after that title.
Until Road Dogg got up out of there, man, everything on the SmackDown storylines with a lot of the people we just named was suspect because
it just didn't make sense.
Road Dogg couldn't even figure out shit to do with Chelsea, and I hate how Michael Hayes and Road Dogg and them cap theirs. Like, I don't like how they cap people's ceilings when you don't even give them a chance to bust that barrier because there's a lot of people that could have broke barriers that they handcuffed down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true. It's factual. But I'm getting ready to bust a barrier of my own, guys. You know why? Because it's time for our favorite segment. It's time for Fritos Fave 5.
Fritos Favorite 5. Sponsored by nobody.
His new baby.
Yeah. All right, let's do it, y'all. I'm going to start this rock music. I want to do something just a little bit different than the normal Fritos Fave 5. I'm calling this Fritos Unfave 5, guys. That's right. Ooh. The 5 things of this week that I freaking hated on wrestling. Get my notes here, my list. Number 5, book it. It's going to be there. Just like they went one-on-one with The Undertaker, I'm doubling down on that hate. Fuck the Bellas. I can't stand them. I don't think they need to be in wrestling. We don't need them. I understand that they bring in some women who still love them because of what they did with Total Divas. That's a different subject. They do not need to be in my wrestling ring at all. Next up, coming in at number 4, book it. Jelly Roll. That's right, guys. This whole Kit Wilson Jelly Roll thing is not needed in wrestling. Jelly Roll, I appreciate your musical contributions. I appreciate your stardom. You're having a match against Kit Wilson next week. It's a big spot for Kit Wilson. It's a lot of trust putting him in the ring with Jelly Roll. This is probably going to lead to a Danhausen, Jelly Roll, Kit Wilson, Miz tag team match impromptu at Mania. Fine, whatever. But the match, the Jelly Roll getting this much TV time on SmackDown, don't really need it. Next up, number 3, book it. CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Boy, this feud has went downhill quick. My God. I mean, look, I understand Larry is special to both AJ Lee and to CM Punk, and I understand that nobody wants anybody's feelings to be hurt because we're Zebros, but at the same time, you got Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes that could be damn near blood brothers over here about ready to kill each other for the WWE Championship, and we can't bring up Larry, who's deceased, who's a damn dog. Miss me with that. CM Punk, you need to get some thicker skin, pal. Next up, speaking of AJ Lee, number 2, AJ Lee and Bayley for the IC Championship. It just didn't do anything for me. I'm sorry. You can miss me with that fucking match. Didn't need to happen. Didn't need to have it. Although Bayley is super thick and sexy. I think she is beautiful. However, we could have done without the match. They need to figure out what the hell they're doing with Bayley. Send her to AAA. Send her to SmackDown. Do something with her better than what they've been doing her. Bayley deserves so much better, y'all. This is another WrestleMania where Bayley don't even have a match, bro. Or miss me with that. Unless you're getting ready to do some type of triple threat deal between Bayley, AJ Lee, and Becky Lynch for the IC Championship, which is still gonna be my piss break. So, you know, it is what it is. And then last but not least, y'all, this man has been talking major trash about WWE all week long. Even though he showed out in the flag football game that he was presented in this last past week, where he showed that he could still actually play football. He is the GOAT. This one is special for Big Daddy C, but since he's not here, I got to shit on your boy. Fuck Tom Brady. You don't come for
Tom Brady.
You don't come for wrestling. You don't come for something that I love. That's why Khalil Mack knocked your ass on your ass, and you was sitting up there holding up four like you was talking about the Four Horsemen. Fuck Tom Brady. Fuck him.
Cheating ass bitch.
I just say about wrestling, because it's all about WWE. I do also think that this will lead to Tom Brady showing up at WrestleMania, and he could potentially end up costing Logan Paul his match at WrestleMania. But still, fuck you, Tom Brady. And this has been the first ever edition of the Fritos Unfave 5. Yeah.
You just made the list. That's the sound you should have had after each one. You just made the list.
I might go get that soundbite for next week if Fritos isn't back next week. We'll see. All right. So, guys, how would you rate the first ever edition of the Fritos Unfave 5?
Because it's you, I don't want to give it an A.
That is hate on the next level. Come on, Coach. Where you at with the hate? With the hate thing? Hate.
Any day that ends in day.
Hate.
The Player Hater of the Year awards.
I don't even know you, but I hate you too.
Come on, crackers.
All right, go ahead, Coachman. What would you rate this Fritos Unfave 5?
You know, I thought you were a little harsh with the jelly roll, but I understood what you meant by that. But other than that, I think the Bellas should have been number one. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
I mean, they're going on podcast complaining. I don't think we're going to get a retirement tour because we're women. No, you're not getting a retirement tour because you suck. You're called the bathroom break Bellas for a reason. Everyone gets up and goes to the bathroom.
Wait a minute, hold on. Woo! Oh, I mean, if we're gonna do it, I mean, if you got something to say,
shit, Coach.
If you got something to say, Coach, I mean, I got the bell for you. The bell will toll for those Bellas. If you got some more to add on earlier.
I've said my piece. That's all I'm saying is there's a reason why they're called bathroom break Bellas, because people get up and leave because they don't want to see your old asses in the ring.
Come on. You missed the dome. He was about to cook. Hit the dome. Hit it.
I did. I hit it again. I did it twice.
Go, Coach. Keep going because he was on a roll. You missed it.
Yeah, it's just like you're not good. And like Teddy said, we just wanted your husband. We just wanted Daniel Bryan to get there. We do not care that you were gone. You were gone. Hey, that's fine. You had a decent career. You're only famous for being on a reality show that's even more scripted than what WWE is.
Ooh, shit! Fire. Get fire on these bitches one time, Coach.
I mean, you don't see us clamoring for Caitlyn to come back. You don't see us clamoring for Kelly
McCool to come back.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Too much of that.
She posted a thirst trap picture, and I know the Undertaker looked at her like, bruh, like if you don't get your ass off X, like, bruh, I just know, like, Bellas, you that whole diva era, the only one we was clamoring for, and I guarantee you we're all regretting it now, is AJ Lee. She was the only one out of that whole divas era that we were like, bring her back, and now everybody's like, fuck, why we asked for her.
Well, it's that and Layla. We like Layla.
Yeah.
We like Melina.
And maybe Paige.
No, we like Paige with the belts. We need Paige with the NXT belt once again.
All right. Okay. Hank, what would you rate the Fritos Unfave 5? We got to get out of here, man. We're over on time.
Somebody hurt you all, and I need to know who.
The fucking Bella twins.
Oh wow! I am wow. Coach, though, on the jelly roll part, I do have to say, a bit harsh on it.
Take them AirPods out.
Yeah, bro. You I think you might have washed your earpods. The wifey must have washed your earpods on accident, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound so much better now.
There you go.
I'll give it an A. That was my bad, fellas. But The Jelly Roll part, an A+.
Bro,
But you lost me there.
to defend this Jelly Roll part, because two people have said I was harsh on him. Bro, that segment was cringe. Like the Jelly Roll jokes where he's talking about Kid Wilson's mama. Like, bro, I'm sitting here like, bro, this is all cringe. Like, this didn't need to happen.
I didn't even watch it. And the only celebrity I still want to see in the ring is fucking Bad Bunny, okay? I don't need to see nobody else in the fucking ring. That's all I need to see. And to talk about your list, fuck you, Tom Brady, you cheating ass bitch. You chose football over your family. You're a hoe. Anyways,
you might as well go ahead and hit him with the gong one time.
Hit the gong.
Deflate gate.
Yeah.
Boom.
However they can help you win, huh?
The spy scandal with the Rams.
Spygate. Cheating my fucking Falcons out the Super Bowl, you bitch ass motherfucker. Get him again.
No, we can't hit the gong on that one.
Yes, we can, because we'll talk about this off the pod. We'll talk about this off the pod because I got truth to this shit, okay? Don't start your shit.
I'm just telling you, the Falcons choked, bro.
All right, timeout. They did. That's the coach's fault. But
what
happens? Timeout. What happens on all touchdown plays in overtime?
They reviewed.
Did they review it?
No.
And what happened on that play?
I don't remember what happened.
Okay, Coach, shut up. Coach, what happened on that play? Was he in or was he short?
A fumble before the ball crossed the goal line.
Thank you. So, give me the gong. Fuck you, Tom Brady. Anyways,
all right.
If he calls Logan Paul to match, I won't be mad. But Tom Brady needs to chill out on the WWE slander because, bitch, you couldn't take 5 bumps in 10 minutes, let alone anything else. Matter of fact, they fucking helped your ass with the whole fucking what's the play called, Coach? You know what I'm talking about?
The tuck rule.
Tuck rule, thank you. Because your ass can't fucking get touched. You fucking golden child, Cody Rhodes having ass bitch. Okay.
Where is Big Daddy C when you need him? Because he loves Tom Brady.
Hey,
like, oh my goodness.
Fuck. They can be butt buddies for all I give a fuck. I don't care. Fuck Tom Brady. All right. I'll stand on that. When he get his ass on the show next week, I'll start the show off saying fuck Tom Brady. Play with me. Anyways, fuck Tom Brady. Fuck Logan Paul. Bailey can do wonders in AAA. I'm telling you right now, with Flame and the other chicks that's in with the thick baddies, you can have a whole crew of thick chicks in AAA.
Just a stable of thick baddies, boy. Just
churros everywhere. Just churros
and ass shaking everywhere. Just
boy, and add Lola Vice to the group while you do it.
Oh yeah.
I was just about to say that. Get Lola in there.
Oh, hey, also, honorable mention for this week's Fritos Unfade 5. Hey, fuck you, Triple H. What do you got against LA Knight? Like, what do you have against LA Knight? I'm so tired.
He held the sign up.
He
held the sign up on Raw, and they've been on his
I'm so tired of this.
To a car. He did everything.
Horrible booking of LA Knight. I would not sign another WWE contract. Actually, come to think about it, if he could find a partner, I wonder who they go. They're probably gonna stick him with like Javon Evans or somebody, and him and Javon Evans probably gonna end up taking the tag titles off the Usos or something like that. Like that's probably what they're gonna end up doing, and it'll be like the Raw before Mania or something like that.
Javon doing some shit with the New Day, and I feel like he's gonna turn and join the New Day, which needs to happen because I'm tired of Grayson Waller's pasty ass doing the shit. He is not Owen Hart, and this is not the Nation of Domination, okay?
Hey, facts on that. On that note, folks, we are way over, but thank you so much for tuning in and watching another episode of the We Book It podcast. Until next time, from Tank, from Teddy, from Virgil, and from Coachman, and from everybody on the We Book It podcast, keep those booking pencils sharp. Keep on booking.